And welcome guys to Rialto.
So Rialto is one of the payload maps here, the newer payload maps here for Overwatch. Very nice map to play as well, personally for me, and I really enjoy playing Rialto. Really good spots here for Widowmakers, really good spots for Hanzos, pretty much every single player, even fair as well, because you can utilize the environments, you can utilize the buildings to just stop the damage coming out from hit scans as well at the same time. You can even play Symmetra if you want, because you can go up on the high ground a lot, really move together as a team, a lot of choke points for any team to play with.
Yeah, so let's go into it. Gonna be Rialto, very creative map, lots of different strategies possible, and I for one really love the addition. But we will have BadAshe now. We're gonna play the Bastion again. Ignis Force gonna be on the Ashe.
Wait, just question. We don't have any jump pads on payloads or escort maps, right?
What? Jump pads?
We only have jump pads on one map, which is Oasis, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So let's
Why
see
don't we
right
have
now.
any other jump pads? It's very interesting.
Maybe it's gonna be next. Maybe it's gonna be next.
Yes,
'Cause
maybe.
most of the newer maps have that new element. Well, there is one technically. You know, there is always what do you call this? Horizon Lure Quality with that low gravity.
Oh,
But
yeah.
besides that, you know, that's pretty much it. Sorry about the small layout issue there, guys. But let's get into it. Crystalon now gonna drop on down. BadAshe here gonna be on this first defense. Hello. So, Gangster gonna be on that Mercy, healing up the Orisa as much as possible. On the other hand, we still see BadAshe now trying to set up here by the plaza. Blue Tan up on top, Dynamite connecting. There's the headshot connecting onto Blind Check. Blue Tan with a good frag there, but Pegasisters still struggling to actually penetrate this. Okay, so we do have BadAshe right now keeping on with the approach. They have an interesting strategy. Crystalline actually not protected by the barrier there, but he's now gonna slowly but surely move on in to the room. Bend the box still up in front. FFCB just keeping the heals up, and this is gonna be Blue Tan now trying to get a frag or two with the damage boost into play. Pegasisters is struggling here to make an opening. Ignis Force, of course, on that Ashe, ready with that Bob. Keep an eye on how Ignis Force is gonna play this. Gonna whip it out onto Blaster Dark, gonna connect onto the wall. Jocelyn ready losing his Bob, and there's the takedown onto the opposing Ashe himself. Coalescence now comes on out. Let's see Swookan try to rip everyone apart. Brother gonna fall. Ignis Force though with a takedown onto one. Pegasisters looking to make an opening. They have gotten through to the plaza, and things look good here for the Singaporean squad.
Yeah, I mean, losing one Bob, it's not really nice, you know? I'm sorry, I just had to pull it out there. Because we saw two pair of bombs coming in and you're losing one, you know, it's not a really good thing. But anyways, going back to the game, I'm sorry because I kind of lagged a little bit there as well. But right now, they have the Bastion ultimate and they have the Nano Boost as well. I'm not really sure why they didn't do it earlier on.
Yeah, so we'll see right now Pegasisters actually gonna be able to get that first checkpoint. It has been a slower approach here from BadAshe. They haven't been able to actually just steamroll their way to victory. Brother though trying to set on up Crystalon with that Roadhog available by the corner.
Oh, there you go. They caught the Earth Shatter. They try to go for Brother as well. Brother is being Nano boosted as well at the same time, but he got completely deleted there.
Yeah, Quasimaclaw with a good grab right now, and Pegasisters looking to be in control out of nowhere. This squad just showing up in day one. It looks like they're gonna start taking day two by storm already. Good approach here. Blaster Dark out the front, Sleep Dart connecting, but keep an eye on Blue Tan. He's looking for a shot. There's the hook, and there's a takedown onto Swookan. Crystalon gonna get one, but it's just not gonna be enough. BadAshe forced to back on out.
Yeah, we see Brother as well as Ignis Force versus Blutan and Josen, and it seems to me like Blutan is definitely winning the Widowmaker battle here at the moment. But then earlier on, they had an Orisa instead of a Reinhardt, so maybe things could be a little bit different here. But Josen as well is doing an exceptional job on an Ashe, and there you go, takes down Blutan straight away. So this double hit scan composition is coming out from the side of Pegasisters is definitely doing better than BadAshe.
Yeah, so there you go. The Ignis Force looking to get some takedowns. But if you notice, the second checkpoint already taken so quickly by Pegasisters. Highly unfortunate there for the side of the defense. We do have 3 ultimates ready here for the squad of BadAshe. There's the double charge. Blaster Dark now ready with a shatter. Looking to get past bed the box. Just smacks him in the face. And this is Pegasisters again. Sieging control. Seizing into the moment.
Yeah, I feel like this is a complete snowball through the second phase and the third phase right now. And Whole Hawk Nano coming through, trying to clear out the shield.
Yeah, that was a good effort there from Crystalon, but the Nano Boost just not potent enough there. Pegasisters just going through. Brother right now gonna be on that Widowmaker, and we have a charge on in. Bento Box looking for a pin, but will get absolutely nothing.
Josen's is just going ham with his Ashe right now. He has a bob. He's probably going to use it on Bento Box, or even just utilize it to zone them out as well. He can definitely do it right now. He needs to pop it out. I'm not really sure why he's not doing it.
Double Shatters now come on now. Jocelyn still staying on with Bob. Finally, there it is. But Transcendence in full effect here from Gangster. Icewall now comes on out. Brother switching over to his signature May. But this is BadAshe still faltering. They have lost one. Diana fell. Jocelyn though gonna die. Can MFCB get the res? No, Pegasisters gonna play a little more discipline. Gonna back on out for a soft reset.
Yeah, I felt like he just held on to the ball for just way too long there, Josen. Whereas on the other side, they did a really good job with the Ignis Force, and his brother switching up to May might give Pegasisters a hard time here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough task right now because this is a good pick from Brother. The third point off Rialto, pretty close up. There's a takedown onto Blue Tan. He might want to switch out the Widowmaker because the sightlines aren't quite as good. This is gonna be 3 kills now for the squad from Indonesia, and they look like they're finally getting back on track.
There you go. They managed to stop the snowball, and Blue Tan as well as Joseph is not really having a good time at all. Blue Tan trying to hit the shots, but it's not going to be easy because that third point is really tiny. It's not easy to just, get shots, get line of sight even. So maybe switching to someone else might be a good idea. They definitely need a Zarya. They definitely need a Hanzo maybe as well. Even a Genji would be really good. So that Roadhog, I mean, that Zarya needs to land a really good Graviton session. What the...
Ooh, very questionable ultimate there from Kwasumimaka. It's like you try to go for the layup, but you shoot the 3 instead, just completely whiffing the opponents, and that's gonna be such a tough loss here for Pegasisters. They look like they had the form, but then just they slipped on a banana peel here, and they're just struggling now in this third point.
I don't even know where the Graviton Surge went. I was like, okay, I was talking about the Graviton Surge just coming up from Kwasumimaka, and all of a sudden just went missing. Maybe just a slight error, maybe miscommunication. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I guess switching up to a Roadhog might be a good idea.
I don't think that's just a slight error. I think that's a pretty big loss there. Ice wall right now, and the standard BadAshe tactic. We're gonna wall you in. You are gonna die. Good pin there from Bento Box. And we have a Blizzard Snow. Snowman comes on out. That's gonna be a nice block there to keep alive. Blue Tan now feeling blue. Gonna be as cold as ice. And then get taken down. Good hook onto Josen. And finally, BadAshe forming up their defense.
They actually got a really good pick on towards Ignis Force, and they can actually respawn and push through right now. Finally, maybe, just maybe this time around, they can go through the defense that Brother has on the May. The walls is completely separating teams. It's not going to be easy for them to just go in, and maybe they need to think twice, but they got to kill onto his Bento Box as well. This is huge.
Yeah, Shruka now gonna get the takedown onto Bento Box. Good hook there from Kwasumimaka. Bob now charging on in and knocks up the Zenyatta. So this gives Bob a good position, but Ignis was already with the kill onto one, looking to get into the backline. Here comes BadAshe trying to get a flank, but there's gonna be a set of kills from the hitscan prowess of Pegasisters. This has been such a good form here from Pegasisters. They won yesterday through sheer force and will alone and mechanical skill, and they're proving it right now. They're pushing to the third checkpoint. Kwasumimaka out in front, and I love this team. There's the hook now coming on a Blaster Dart to the floor, but there's a takedown onto Bento Box. Crystalon gonna whip out the whole hog, gonna go for the push. There's the Nano Boost now coming on out, and Brother with a takedown onto Blue Tan. So BadAshe still starting to form up here by the payload.
Yeah, Josen got slipped, and right now Crystalon with the Nano Boost being able to just stay on the point, and right now trying to take down Blaster Dart, but Mercy's there to stay with the Kwasumimaka, pops a whole hog. That's gonna be a lot of damage, but the bio needs just not allowing him to get into heals, and Blaster Dart is gonna be so low in HP as well. That's a really good nade coming off of line track.
Yeah, and you saw that Bob just kept on smashing into the payload there. But in the meantime, BadAshe actually smashing into 4. Gonna crack Blaster Dart. There's the Deadeye. Looks like he's gonna be blinded by the lights, by the barrier. BadAshe gonna be able to defend this. Almost gives up the whole map, but not quite there for Pegasisters.
Wow, this is very surprising, especially coming up from BadAshe. And we know how strong Pegasisters is. BadAshe is like a completely different team today, playing exceptionally well. We can say that maybe the second point was just a complete snowball, but if you manage to actually hold on to the third point and still hold down to that third point really well, kudos to BadAshe. But I feel like maybe Pegasisters just held on to the Widowmaker for just far too long. Kwasumimaka kind of like maybe not really sure why the graviton surge was like that, but they really needed that Zarya. I'm not really sure if the Roadhog was a good pick.
I think it was just a bad pick that went decent for me. Kwasimekwa went in with a whiff grab, kind of got a little peeved off that he messed that up, gonna go to Road Dogg to try and play hero ball. And he had a few good picks here and there. They were able to go for the push to that third checkpoint, but it would be, in the scheme of things, a lot better if they stayed on the Zarya. It was Kwasimekwa, you know, overperforming a little better on that Road Dogg, but still keeping on that Zarya could have been the game changer, could have been the map winner here for Pegasisters.
Indeed. And right now, I have a question for you.
Yo.
Okay. You're controlling the camera, right? I'm just wondering, if you swipe your camera to the right side really fast, does it look weird to you?
What kind? What kind of camera? Like
Like no, as
person?
in like, yeah, no, just no, not the person. I'm talking about like just viewing in general.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've noticed. I think I'm just
sorry,
used to it.
talking,
No, like I'm trying to figure it out.
talking But anyways, back to the
What?
game.
What is this a secret Overwatch thing I've not known over my whole career of doing both the spectating and the casting? I teach me your ways, Master Afiz, as this is gonna be the BadAshe teaching everyone the way of the Bastion. Brother on the point, but a perfect hook there. Blaster Bark just burning up Brother, and Kwasimekwa making this Roadhog pick count.
Yeah, we've seen this Roadhog played really well by Kwasimekwa, especially. There you go. He did the same thing again like he did yesterday as well at the same time. He's gonna be doing this a lot. And for the side of BadAshe, they need to know how strong Kwasimekwa is on this Roadhog.
Yeah, it was so good there from Kwasimekwa. Even though we feel like the Zarya a little better pick here for Pegasisters, but it's just gonna be a pocket pick, gonna be a comfort pick here for the Roadhog of Pegasisters. Kwasimekwa taking charge, but Brother now up in the skies and just clearing it out of MFCB's presence.
And right now, on the other side, XWO Can is gonna be playing the Mei instead.
That's actually pretty interesting. So looking at that, Blue Tan gonna be switching over onto that Zenyatta. The flexibility here from the side of Pegasisters absolutely on point, but Zenyatta is a hero that most DPS players are comfortable with. There you go, charge coming out, blind check. Does get the bio grenade onto one. There's an ice wall in the way, and Ignis Force gonna rip out Bob to try and go for the flank.
Beautiful hook onto its bento box, but Afiz is there to keep the Reinhardt alive. Tries to go for the charge onto his XWO Can, but unfortunately will not be able to do so. And that charge might spell disaster because he got naded. There's no heals coming out from himself as well, but a beautiful, beautiful Mei ultimate, just keeping everybody on check.
I love that ult there from Sukan, just putting it by the payload. It's like everyone's gonna get frozen up, everyone's gonna get taken down, everyone's gonna let it go. And I just appreciate that once again. Look at how Sukan just envelops the payload area and get those takedowns.
And there you go. They still managed to hold on to the point. I feel like this Mei pick might be paying off for Pegasisters here. Not to mention Kwasimekwa, the Roadhog is definitely proving to be quite an issue here for BadAshe.
Yeah, Ignis Force now looking for a snipe or two. He's been pretty good with his tracking so far. Gonna toss out the dynamite. Brother though with a takedown onto Blue Town. Round able. There's the shatter onto two. Here comes BadAshe. There's gonna be a good combo. I love the advance there coming out from Brother, but Jocelyn of course able to stay on. Blue Town perfectly timed time transcendence there. Pegasisters looking for a frag or two, but they're not getting it. And the pin out of nowhere, bent the box can get that takedown.
And they finally win a team fight here. Very well played from BadAshe, utilizing Ignis Force on that Ashe as well on the high ground. Managed to stick down one or two players from the side of Pegasisters here. And also, Brother popping the rocket barrage. He got taken out by Josen, but I felt like there was a really good distraction for them to just keep pushing the payload.
Yeah, here comes the backline assault coming out from the Reinhardt of blue. Beta box though caught in no man's land, gonna get taken down. Shatter available here for Pegasisters, and that might be a big mistake here for BadAshe, because without Benta box, no way to protect themselves from the stun. Brother has to fly to the backline, look for a pick off or two. Not shooting at Johnson yet, looking to get that double hit, but doesn't get it. This is Pegasisters now hiding behind the bridge.
Yeah, interesting how Bluetown is now playing Anna, and XWO Can's playing the DPS role at the moment right now, but I feel like maybe he's more comfortable on the Widowmaker instead, on McCree, and they can manage to get a point maybe. The point is being contested still, Daks.
Oh, this is gonna be Pegasisters keeping on, keeping on. There's the shadow now connecting Blaster Dark, making it count, putting Crystal onto the floor. Gangster so far off, and 18 seconds remaining here for the Indonesian squad. This might be the snot of their winning streak. I haven't seen them actually be in such a precarious situation, Afiz. This might be Pegasisters on a roll and just hoofing it.
Yeah, they need to switch up to a Tracer, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Switch us up to a Tracer, just trying to at least contest the point. Pops to Shatter, but gets pushed away. But at least the Mercy got to contest the point with the Valkyrie mode, but he got taken out by the BadAshe.
Yeah, Gangster gonna fall. Ignis Force though popping off, popping heads, gonna get two up on top. Bit the box with the Fire Strike, and at the last moment, BadAshe looking that they might be able to take this. There's the pin. Johnson again magnetizing. BadAshe just believing in the charge, and we have a whole hog here from Quasimico, but just not enough. BadAshe can get that first checkpoint. Oh, FFCB comes on in 0.07. Can the Lucian stay alive? No, that's gonna be it. Blue Tan gonna be swimming with the fishes. Nah, never mind. Gonna get smushed like art there. Looks like Benson Box gonna be selling his carcasses for a hefty fee here in Rialto.
What are these charges, man? It's absolutely insane coming up from Bento Box, and right now finally they switch up to a proper composition. Busan back to hit scan DPS, and right now XWO can now switching up to a Moira.
Yeah, good to see those who can just switching over to a little bit of hits cam prowess. Blue Tan now gonna take up the usual mantle, and I feel like it was just a situation where they didn't want to swap out because of ultimate charge. Pegasisters now defending by the corner. Good hook onto Bento Box. Oh, that is a boostio coming their way, but huge at the heel onto two. Blaster Dark and FFCB just run across with a tidal wave of torrential force. This is gonna be Quasimico trying to get away, but the Roadhog in dire straits gonna fall. Jocelyn, the only one left, has to back on out.
Yeah, this is where the snowball effect is coming through, and I think they're gonna be able to touch the second point fairly easy, and third point they have a lot of time to play with. They have 3 minutes now to play with. Earlier on they were just so close on losing the map, and right now BadAshe coming back with a bang.
Yeah, so no Shatter now is available here for BadAshe, but they've shattered the defenses already from those first 2 points. We need Pegasisters here to try to reconvene. They have their own Shatter. This is gonna be a Reinhardt tool, but never mind, self-destruct into the thick of things, and it gets 4! Huge bomb there from Crystalon. BadAshe now looking in form, and they're close to the end.
Beautiful, beautiful. I don't even know how that I don't even know how that sleep dart actually hit him. I think he just unfortunately just very unlucky put down the shield and he got pushed in, and right now beautiful actually making sure that Ball can contest the point.
Yeah, Jocelyn skill shot about, and now there's gonna be a 4-way here for the side of Pegasisters. They get 4 kills, just stopping the push, and that looked like that was gonna be the end, but it's gonna be Pegasisters holding. In the meantime, let's just watch that beautiful self-destruct from a while ago. Almost was the nail in the coffin. So just to keep an eye out on this one, guys. Look at this, just look how slow it is. There was the sleep dart out of nowhere. Perfect play coming out from Diana.
Yeah, very well played. I feel like that's a really good way to initiate fights. You know, you utilize the self-destruct, pushing the Reinhardt back, and then maybe landing, just hoping that you land in a sleep down, and that's exactly what happened. And a beautiful Earth Shatter to follow up as well.
Blaster Dark now whipping out the Fire Strike, gonna get the takedown onto Blind Trick. Here comes Pegasisters though. Gonna be the Reinhardt though, burning on Ben's box, backing on out. And BadAshe, they should play this a little more slowly than they used to, because a minute and 14 left. If they get staggered pretty heavily here, it's gonna be a tough task for them to actually reconvene and charge up their ults. Brother now on that Soldier 76, never mind, was on that Soldier, gonna get taken down by Jocelyn.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for them to even push through because they don't have Zarya to block the damage, and right now they only have a defense matrix to just block the damage that's coming up from Pegasisters. And Roadhog and together with Josen is just doing so much damage on towards the shield for Reinhardt. It's not gonna be easy for Bento Box to even just try to go in front.
Yeah, so we have a tactical visor here to start things off. Interesting nano boost onto the Rhine instead of the Soldier, so it's gonna be a tankier front line. Good at the heal onto Blaster Dark. Sound barrier was popped already by MSCB, and we have a Siege. Slow but steady leads the race, and there's the Shatter on the 5. Huge Shatter there, but it's not enough. It's Pegasisters actually taking down to the efforts of Bento Box, wasted in that one. And this has to be a retreat here from the side of BadAshe, where they're not gonna have a proper fight into the next one. Never mind, they're gonna go for the self-destruct. Crystal on again, out of nowhere, gets to BadAshe looking into form. Their ultimates have been quite on point, especially the Diva, but now the Soldier 76 looking to get taken down by the side of Pegasisters. Quasimico with the whole hog. this might be it. Ignis Fierce though, with a bullet out of nowhere, gets that takedown. Caxter with a boop, and it's gonna be overtime here. BadAshe versus Pegasisters gonna be down to the wire. Shatter now completely whiffed, fed the box with the shield, and Bob gunning out of nowhere, double pins there, and there's a takedown onto Blaster Dart. Can Bob protect the payload here? Afiz gonna be so close. Swookan now keeping the healing on to Bob. That is actually very pesky there from the side of Pegasisters, but Jocelyn now will fall. Blutan switching over to that Tracer. Blaster Dark onto the Hammond, and Pegasisters gonna go for a quick and easy contest lineup. There's the hook, however, and Swookan has already fallen. Gonna be so close here between the two squad. The payload close to the end. Will it make it there? Phantom Box now swinging away against the hamster. Quasimagado gets a pick off onto one. The Road Dog all the way in the back, but this is still gonna be BadAshe getting numbers advantage. MFCB gets shattered, immediately gets paralyzed, and there's the takedown. BadAshe will take map number 1.
Wow, BadAshe is definitely a BadAshe at this point of time, taking out Rialto, which is strongest map for Pegasisters, and they take it to 1-0. If they can manage to take down the second map, and the second map, there's gonna be a 2-0 and reset the brackets yet again.
It's gonna be so close here, so we might be in here for the long haul. Quad with that self-destruct. Amazing stuff there from BadAshe. Good timing. I would say blind trick. How did he even get the sleep dart to connect there?
I don't even. I feel like maybe the sleep dart touched the feet of the Reinhardt. Maybe, probably. I'm not really sure, but they know how strong they are at this point in time, and I feel like they always lack when it comes to playing goats.
Yeah.
They always have issues in GOAT's composition, whereas for the side of Pegasisters, I'm not really sure if they're inclined to play GOATs or inclined to, in any form of manner, just even play GOATs, because I feel like Josen as well as Blutan really like playing their DPS characters.
Yeah, I feel that way too. The 2-2-2 might be the way to go. But interesting to note, already a possible break here for Pegasisters. They are potentially trying to figure out what lineup they're gonna play. Gonna be Weldo, so we already see the Orisa and the Road Dog here for the side of BadAshe. And this is for real. Gonna be a Torbjorn here for Ignis Force. Gonna be an interesting pocket shot to say the least.
I don't think they're gonna run a Torbjorn. I think they're probably gonna switch out to another DPS. I mean, it could work, but the shield's gonna go down instantly unless Blutan goes for Genji, and Josen's gonna be playing the Pharah, and this part of the map, well, very good for Pharahs, and they have to take note. Now Ignis Force is gonna be playing the Torbjorn. That Tor's gonna be doing a lot of damage if there's a shield as well, and Brother is gonna have a really good time. There he goes, just up to a Tracer. He was performing exceptionally well in this part of the map on Tracer earlier on.
Honestly, like, just another level there with that Tracer. We'll see right now if Ignis Force can still keep on with the pressure, with the push, and with the flanks. This time though, there is not gonna be a double main tank deal. It's gonna be Orisa Road Dog versus Orisa Road Dog here on Ilios as well.
Oh, beautiful utilization of Tegochka, and got hooked into the well, but managed to fall back and reset there. And Josen gets taken out instantly, and there's no resurrect as well. He's trying to go for the res, but I don't think it's gonna be a good idea for him.
Yeah, good anti-heal there coming out from Blind Trick. Ignis Force again with the flank, gets to take down one clip for days onto Blutan. And for BadAshe, they are looking for another avenue of opportunity. Here comes Ignis Force, anti-heal in effect. Swookan just taken for a ride.
Yeah, Ignis Force is this guy. It's like he had, you know, that in the words of Weebs, it's Bankai. He has definitely reached a different stage of level of playing field here. He's proving to be a really destructive player, but he gets hooked in and gets taken down. So this might be a green light for the side of Pegasisters. I mean, yeah.
Quasimagado, they're pretty happy about that one. Just giddy with joy with those crouches. That was just a hook kill, just smacking into the face of the Tracer. Now gonna be 2 kills here for the Road Dog, looking for a hook into the well. Crystalon trying to get in position, but he gets booped around, almost gets taken down. Finally, the corpse of the Road Dog falling into the well will be fed a good hefty sum. But here comes Ignis Force again, ready with the pulse bomb. We do have Pegasus though, picking up the point. Good contest here from the Singaporean squad.
Yeah, but that Fair Mercy is not really paying dividends for them. They really need to figure out whether they want to keep on to that Fair Mercy or switch out. But I feel like they're probably going to keep it up because they have the Rocket Barrage coming up really soon. They even have the Valkyrie mode as well. So together with the Valkyrie mode and together with the maybe the Rocket Barrage, I'm not really sure if it's going to be utilizing it, because right now they do have a McCree as well as the Anna on the other side, and they don't have any divas, no nothing to protect the Rocket Barrage.
Yeah, Valkyrie now available here for the side of MFC. FCB. Jocelyn, of course, looking to unleash the barrage, as Afiz was saying, and Ben the Box gonna struggle to try and deal with this. All he can do is fortify and try to tank it up, but the Dynamite already here coming out from Blue Tan. Good pick off on the brother. Jocelyn with the round barrage does get one. He gets hooked up, almost gets taken down, but the healing there from FCB as well as Wukan keeping him alive. Solid support play there from the side of Pegasisters. It's Gangster now looking for the contest, gets pooped up, and we have the wall ride to infinity. Never mind, Wukan gonna get two.
That is actually a beautiful move into the well, very well played. And that fight alone allowed them to not just get a couple of kills. Maybe just getting 2 kills with the Rocket Barrage is not a good thing, but it's actually a good thing because they managed to stagger their skills. And right now, they're getting a lot of percentage on the point.
Yeah, the 2 supports dying at the last part, not the best way to go. You need to wait on for your sustain, but Gangster now, Sleep Dart connecting from the side of Blind Trek. We have a Pulse Bomb connecting onto the Orisa as well, but Blaster Dart, of course, able to fortify that one, and there's the peel coming out from Wukan. But the real question is, how will Blue Tan play Bob? Gonna whip it out by the corner, and I feel like that is the best position to put Bob, is with the Orisa out in front. Just keep the contest going. Sadly, he gets pooped up into the hole, and that's the best he can do in a situation like this in well.
Yeah, Blaster Dart really needs to pop that shield, but unfortunately it's on cooldown. Gets taken out as her brother takes down the main tank, and oh my goodness!
Ooh, the hooks! The hooks are on fire, Afiz, as both Roadhogs gonna go fishing. Overtime though, still coming out here for the side of Pegasisters, but it's gonna be BadAshe getting the flip.
Okay, let me tell you that Quasimikoa got hooked and then got pulled by the Orisa and then got hogged back into the well, and that's not something you see every day.
Yeah, that is a very, very interesting experience to say the least. Probably something that he never wants to experience ever again. But we'll see right now. Bento Box and Blaster Dark, of course, keeping the contest on. Here comes the Hulog now from Crystalon, just making everyone jump for joy. Blue Tan gonna get that takedown. And a sound barrier there to keep Blaster Dark alive. That was a interesting reaction there for Wukan. They just don't want to deal with the Tracer right now. They need to get the win. But Quasimikoa gonna fall thanks to the hold. Bento Box looking for another supercharger in effect. And let's keep an eye out on Ignis Force. He wants to go for the flank. There's the contest coming on in. Blaster Dark all the way to the side. And that's a takedown off the Jaws and huge pick off. The Pharah unable to go for the barrage, but MFCB still has that res. Has to back on out because brother. Nano boosted up. Visor in effect. You're gonna be the aimbot there. Gonna take down two. Looking for another one. The Red Mercy flying on out. And BadAshe at the brink looking to have the advantage.
This might actually go in favor of BadAshe here, doing a really good job. That Nano Visor, it's like season 2 or 3 all over again. It's been a long time since I've seen that. And they popped the Rocket Barrage in the face of brother. He's gonna get taken. Oh no! He got hooked in, but there's no damage coming out to take down Josen. And they might be able to recap you because 2 are down from the side of BadAshe.
I'm not sure if that was the Lucia or the Winston, but a great boop there to just keep Crystalon unable to keep his aim at a good pot. Now Crystalon taking so much damage, gets taken down. Pegasisters looking to get the flip. We have Ignis Force now just playing out of his mind, looking to try and play hero mode, but it's a 1v6 and he can't take the whole world alone. BadAshe forced to concede. Pegasisters 100 to 99.
The fact that they didn't manage to finish off Josen with that hook kind of turned the game around. BadAshe definitely had it in the bags, but unfortunately for them, they didn't manage to do so. But fortunately for Pegasisters, they take the first round of Ilios, and right now, this is where the Widowmaker is going to come out. Or are they going to go for that Winston Diva Genji full-on dive for this part of the map? Because Ruins is a really good map for hit scans.
Yeah, I really expect maybe a Widowmaker here for someone like Blue Tan or Josen, or maybe even Brother, who played Junkertown Widowmaker a while ago. But we will see a dive here from BadAshe, and they are gonna... What is this? What is this, Afiz? Is BadAshe playing something really standard? I actually was pretty surprised. They're gonna go for the Genji Tracer, Winston Diva, Lucia Ana. Pretty meta dive composition. I love it. I love seeing standard stuff after all that cheese coming out from the Indonesian squad.
Yeah, but they're playing into a Reaper, so that's not very favorable as well. So that's gonna be really hard for them to even just dive onto, because the Reaper can do so much damage on towards the Winston. But the Winston right now being a nuisance on towards Blue Tan on the back line.
Yeah, Blue Tan though keeping a steady aim and gets to take down onto Ignis Force. Jocelyn with a kill onto Bento Box as well. Pegasisters now trying to get to the point. Blaster Dart taking a nap. And we have an IT heal there connecting onto the Ryan, but not enough follow-up. Crystalon, Focus Fire is on point. There's the takedown. The Reaper just ripping everyone apart. Jocelyn with a perfect pick. It's technically in terms of both hero pick and pick-offs here, as Pegasisters is gonna get that capture.
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier on that Reaper is just going to be doing so much work to the Winston. The Winston's not going to be having a good time at all when they dive onto the back lines, because Josen on the Reaper can just completely shred through the Winston's HP. Even the Diva's not going to have a good time as well, because the defense matrix can only hold on for so long.
Yeah, we'll see now how Ignis Force is gonna try to play. Is looking for a flank, but Quasimakwa has been on Tracer duty, hunting the Canary, looking to just add another to his collection. Ignis Force so close to the pulse up, just needs to get a good amount of damage done. Now, interesting to note, the blind check was a little impatient there. Didn't decide to wait on the blade, went for the boost onto the Diva instead. A 2-for-1 though here for the defense, and BadAshe struggling to get these kills. Will it be enough here for the Indonesia squad to get the flip? My money says no, because here comes Pegasisters in full force. Self-destruct might turn things around, gets absolutely nothing, and it's gonna be a stalemate here for the time being till the blade comes on out. Brother with the takedown onto one, getting pushed around, and we see the hail of bullets here from both Quasimakwa and Josen to keep the contest, to keep the point in favor of Pegasisters.
Josen is literally like a mini tank if you think about it. Did that lifesteal, and not to mention the pockets that's coming up from FFCB. That's just keeping him alive, and not to mention they're playing a Widow, Winston Diva into a Roadhog as well, so that's double the shreds that's gonna be on the tanks.
And Jocelyn right now looking to shred another one apart. We see a Reinhardt and a Roadhog, even a Widowmaker here for the side of BadAshe. But I feel like these swaps are a little too late, because not going to be able to get some ult charge into the next one. Ignis Force actually going to the Pharah, and this is desperation time here for BadAshe. This might be the end of their winning streak, as Jocelyn putting the pressure on the brother, but the overextension there going to be his demise. BadAshe needs to contest. They might use the Widowmaker here. We do have Sukan just wall riding around, getting away from the shots. 96% here. Pegasisters hold on, but there's the contest now. Good point there from Caster to get the touch, but he's gonna fall. Box gonna get the nano boost as well. Game pushed around, charged to force things onto the point, but there's the shatter. Blaster Dart coming in from the shadow. There's gonna be a charge, probably gonna take him to the back room, but in the meantime, the Roadhog of Crystalline still staying onto the point, getting torn apart, feasted on one by one, part by part. Josen having a field day there, and there's the Death Blossom out of celebration. Pegasisters gonna take the map 2-0.
I was just looking at Brother the whole time. I don't even know how he managed to stay alive for such a long time under so much pressure. But then again, Pegasisters definitely did a good job, that they knew how to play against BadAshe, and especially in this part of the series, because this is a best out of 3, and second match you have to play control map, and right now third map is going to be another control map, so it's not going to be easy here for BadAshe. Even if they win the third map, they still have to reset the brackets and win another best out of 3, and they have a long road to play with here.
Win the crown of the Ashes to Ashes Community Tournament Championship. Gonna be such a great tournament, Afiz. We had so many teams from a number of nations. It was such a good time to experience. So we thank everyone who participated, but this might be it. Again, guys, if BadAshe takes this, we go again with another best of 3. If Pegasisters takes this, that's going to be the end of our tournament, of our stream, and of all the action. So just root for whoever you want. Just get your cheers on, and let's get it on here in their Ashes to Ashes. We will see a number of DPS picks right now, but look at this. BadAshe finally gonna play that GOATS.
Yep, they really need to do so. They go for the Zen Goats, very prevalent composition so far right now, especially in this current meta, and I think they do know that's going to happen as well. And look at that, like I mentioned earlier on, it's going to just go Goats and Goats, but Blue Town's going to go for the Genji. That might actually be good. Never mind, I take back my words. They're going to go for the Moira instead of a Zenyatta. Well, I really would prefer a Diva over a Roadhog for the side of BadAshe, but hey, if the Roadhog's been working really well, why not just use it, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little dangerous though, because look at Pegasisters. They have that Diva. Defense Matrix might be on point here. The two duels gonna be clashing here on the side of the top of Mecha Base by the pods. Charge though connecting. Box gonna smash into him as well, and it's gonna be like there's the DMEC onto Quasimakwa. Oh, the Roadhog pick actually working out in their favor. The damage just insurmountable here from the side of BadAshe with the Zen and the Roadhog. Just too much pressure being put on, and Pegasisters forced to back on out.
Yeah, when you're running the Roadhog, you definitely need a Zen in your team, and it's a very clever plays here coming up from the side of Pegasisters here. They're gonna lose that fight, and now they get the kills on the staggers as well, so not allowing Ignis Force to have to be able to reset together his teammates. Get the first really good pick. Josen takes down Blind Track as well. Bento Box gets taken out, and there you go. Very clever plays there. Wow, if you utilize what happened, what they did was they knew that Ignis Force was down and out. So what they did was they waited for Ignis Force to actually respawn, take him down, and then go for the point.
Tactics are key sometimes, especially in a more even playing field here with the restrictions. If you can think a little smarter, you can catch them out. Good call there from the side of Pegasisters. And if you've been watching Josen, of course, he's been popping off with the laser because many DPS players favor that Zarya when they're on the goats. But we have the rally right now. MFCB leading the charge. Here comes Pegasisters looking for the action. Ignis Force though on the other side can get the grab in potentially, but here comes BadAshe. They're gonna get taken down one by one. The sound barrier cancel. Ignis Force really low, might drop. Yes, he will to the hand of Josen. And Pegasisters finally being up to form. It looks like it was a lot slower for them there in Rialto, but through Ilios and now in Busan, we are knowing and seeing the Pegasisters that we expect.
Yeah, can we talk about how they utilized the sound barrier but still lost that fight, and also they only used the rally for that fight for the side of Pegasisters here for the next team fight. They have a lot of ultimates to play with as well.
Yeah, Pegasisters might be showing extreme discipline here if they're able to just go for those duo ults 2x2. Try to get this. Look at this, a back and forth here from the side of BadAshe. Pretty smart thinking, but self-destruct now coming out into the backline, forcing the trans quite quickly. The whole the take a breather there forced out as well. Now Crystalon gonna combo up with that grab. Good counterplay here from the side of BadAshe, but looks like Pegasisters not out of this yet. Shadow available. Here comes the hammer swinging away. He's looking for an opportunity to strike. There's the takedown out to bed the box, and we have the Roadhog of Crystalon to the floor. Brother looking for the flank, but he's in the thick of things, and he's a little small Brigitte trying to face off the world, and of course the world will just bite back. Pegasisters winning that one, even though it was a messy fight. It was one they were able to play out well.
Extremely patient graviton search is coming out from Josen. Josen definitely had a lot of opportunities to pop it out, but he believed in his team. He believed that their health can be sustained. They can sustain their health from their team and managed to pull out the graviton search later than before. And right now they're gonna pop the rally and go back straight to point.
That was a huge mistake there from Sugan. Overextending, gets picked off by the Roadhog. Crystalon now looking for another target, but Josen ready with the kill onto the Zen. Shadow available close. No, never mind. He's not gonna get it in time. He's gonna fall instead. Coalesce is here, double blue and he fates into the charge out of nowhere. Again, bent the box. An absolute magnet for those charges, but things look dire here for BadAshe. It's not gonna be enough. Josen, 100 energy to his name, and he's trying to keep up the damage. There's the Graviton Surge now, sucking in 3. It's Josen time here. The Shadow no connect. They need to stun up that Zarya. We do have Brother now switching over to the Tracer. We also have the Shatter there whiff, but Brother now one clip onto Sulcan. The headshots do connect. Transcendence is there from the side of Blind Check as well, and this is BadAshe now coming up to form. Interesting wrecking ball play. Ignis Force gonna get that takedown. Self-destruct is there as well, and this is BadAshe now having the numbers advantage as much as possible. They're looking to get that takedown. Defense Ragix on front from Quasimagua, but finally the focus fire connecting onto the Zarya, and that's a takedown that BadAshe completely needed.
Yeah, they have to just give it to BadAshe at the moment right now. They cannot give so much more ultimate charge to BadAshe, because if you look at it closely, because of just that 2 team fights alone, they have a lot of ultimates coming out really soon, already halfway to almost every single ultimate. So right now on the other side, Pegasisters, they also have halfway through, they only have the sound barriers right now, so they need to take down the Lucio on the opposing team. The real question is whether they can do so. That's the real question.
Yeah, we have Brother now tossing out Pulse Bomb, doesn't get too much. BadAshe though looking for a charge. There's gonna be a takedown on the MFCB, and bet the box with the Shatter. This guy, a magnet for charges, getting some good stuns, and BadAshe honestly wouldn't be in this form without their Reinhardt having a little luck, having a little skill, and just having true grit along the way.
Okay, so right now they don't have a Zarya, so they lack the damage, but the thing what they have is sustainability. They have the road. Oh, popping the ultimates there.
Ignis Force now with those mines, but there's a sound barrier, and there's a push that could have been a mistake there because Ignis Force wasn't in the prime position. Graviton Surge shocking them in, and Blind Trick charged on up. Blaster Dark giving BadAshe a taste of their own medicine, and things look dire here for the Indonesians. Gangster trying to get on back. Brother though dies in the backline. Ignis Force does respawn and is able to get back into the fight quite quickly, but that's gonna be a contest here from the Wrecking Ball. He's not just spent, he's gonna be a pest here onto the point. There's a chance as well, but Blind Trick now running out out of time, running out of the Iris, and gonna get taken down. There's the Shatter coming on out from Blaster Dark, and we have the Reinhardt of the opposing squad cornered here. Pegasisters getting the picks, getting the takedowns that they need. Brother now stunned up, gonna get taken down. That's what the Brig is for, to get the kill onto that Tracer. Ignis Force gonna be next. Crystalon trying to stay on. Here comes Gangster Extend, but he's gonna run out of time, run out the beats. Overtime ticking, and that should be it. Self-destruct to dissuade the approach.
It's probably one of the longest control rounds I've actually seen so far. It's also because of the current meta at the moment right now. You see how prevalent Ghost is. Just making sure the sustainability is there, making sure teams are alive at all points of times. That's a lot of jobs. That's a lot of responsibility on healers. But the most important thing is right now, Joseon on that Zarya is doing so much work. The fact that Zarya is just the potential of getting a lot of energy with those barriers just makes Zarya just a strong hero currently right now in the meta. Not to mention Kwasimikwa with the D.Va, really good defense matrix, just trying to keep Joseon alive throughout the whole period of the fight itself. So that's definitely one of the reasons why I felt like Pegasisters got the advantage. That D.Va defense matrix does a really good job.
Yeah, very good. Remember guys, the D.Va is not just for damage. Defense matrix is such a bait for so many characters. You can eat up not only bullets but also ultimates. But now BadAshe gonna go back to what they've been relying on all throughout the tournament. It's gonna be the Brother May, and will it be enough? This is gonna be a bad map though compared to the other ones where they play it, because Sanctuary has a lot of openings. They can go around. We'll see if BadAshe can make this work. Do you think this is a little forced out, Afiz?
I feel like this is definitely forced out, because look at that, they take down a couple of players already from the side of BadAshe. The fact that they have the Mei, yes, you can actually utilize Mei's walls and stuff like that, trying to separate the teams. But the thing is that this part of the maps, there's a lot of openings. You can go for left, right, middle. Even if you utilize the walls, not really a very big difference, and not a lot of distance for teams to just change their paths.
Yeah, unlikely Giant Tower making the Great Wall of Ice doesn't actually make you a wall. There's still an opening. You might need a little more construction work after that one. But BadAshe right now charging up the chance, charging up the Blizzard. Brother close to it, but we have to keep an eye out Kwasimikwa, the defense matrix master himself. Pegasisters keeping on. There you go. Good ice wall there from Brother. He knew the defense matrix was coming. He put the ice wall in front of the D.Va. Gravity Surge though coming on out, and there's the Coalescence as well. The Snowman now out into play. Bent the box, gets the charge, ready with the Shatter. Looking for a target, but MFCB of course gonna be a shining beacon of humanity for Pegasisters. It's not gonna be enough here for BadAshe. They're losing too much. Gangster even gonna pop that sound barrier, and BadAshe just losing out in this fight quite heavily.
Yeah, and they're taking a lot of time to reset, so Gangster just needs to reset to get to the team. That's another staggered kill. They're already 50% on the point. Brother really needs to switch out to someone else here, because they don't have enough heals. I mean, enough damage actually, or enough defense that's coming out from the side of the blue team. I mean, yeah, maybe you can slow people down, you can separate teams, you can utilize the walls, you can actually bait them as well to get a ice block, but there's not enough damage.
Yeah, so this might be a situation where you live and die by the Mei, and out of nowhere the Shatter connecting Blaster Dark through the window. Not many people actually know that's breakable, and that's Blaster Dark gonna get some takedowns here for the side of Pegasisters. Blind Trick trying valiantly to get the damage done, but here comes the onslaught, just watching all his team die, and that's gonna be Pegasisters almost sealing it. One more fight, and we are gonna crown a champion.
Yeah, but they still have the Graviton Searcher at least, but only 10% left for BadAshe to actually get on a point. They really need to utilize the speed boost ASAP. Just going back on a point, contest the point right now.
97%. It's gonna be so close. Can the Reinhardt make it in time? Overtime is there. The Hammer Swing, a little bit of help. There's the boop right now. Blaster Dark to the column. Shatter though, to try and shatter the defense here, but it's gonna be 2 picks already. And Kwasimikwa taking down Ignis Force, canceling out the grab before it even happens. Pegasisters needs to get these kills faster though, because the Graviton Surge might come on out. Never mind. A Graviton Surge from Joseon gonna take 2. There's a self-destruct. Who's on the point? It's Gangster up on the Ico jump, trying to stay alive. And I feel like BadAshe actually is just kept alive by this Lucio. Pegasisters not knowing he was there. Overtime gonna tick so quickly, and Pegasisters gonna take the championship, gonna take the series 2-1. Busan, an absolute showcase here from the Singaporeans.
Yeah, an extremely well played round. It's, I mean, a well played map overall from both teams, actually. Very convincing team fights, clever plays as well in creative fashions at the same time. We've seen a lot. I mean, earlier on in Mecha Base, they like kind of like switcheroo. They wanted to go to the other entrance and then make sure they like confuse their teams. The opponents go on the other entrance. Very well played. I really like how both teams are being really creative with their pushes.
Yeah, and that's congratulations there to Pegasisters. Again, man, I say live by the May, die by the May.